Hi, I'm Dave Nelson. Welcome to the studio. This is in Chardon, Ohio. My business is Chardon Physical Therapy, and this is a golf performance studio. So what we're gonna actually learn about today is how to tie in turf to the rubber flooring. So we have 1/4-inch rubber flooring and we have turf. It's pretty thick turf, but when I was laying this down, I was kind of disappointed on the distance between the turf and the rubber flooring. So I tried to figure out how can I best tie this in, and instead of you guys trying to figure it out on your own, I wanted to show you what I was up against, which is kind of this look. So you actually see the white foam that's underneath the padding here, and I just wanted to tie the rubber in so that it looked a little bit nicer. So what I came up with was actually setting like a border around the turf. So here's what it looks like, pretty simply. So I actually had like a 6-inch border that is glued to the surface here and also to the ground, and it acts as like a little ramp, if you will, going right up to the turf. And what I do is I glue both of these sides down to the surface, and as you can tell, like that glue just like peeled up real quick. So this glue is designed to be tacky enough to not let it lift up if someone's pulling, but also it's the skid proof, so it's definitely safe. So this is what it looks like. This turf isn't glued down to the surface yet, but rolling into here, this seam right here is what it looks like with that little ramp that's built in. You can hardly see it. And then also, like when you're walking on it, you can feel that for sure, but it's only 6 inches. So if someone's really walking from here to here, they're not gonna notice that. And even if they do notice it, it's not like hitting a curb or anything. But the tie-in is just so awesome. Look how cool this is. So obviously I get a little bit more fancy with the work I do, and I can't handle just like straight edges on stuff like this. Golf performance, I want this place to look like a golf course somewhat, but still professional. So this is what we got going on. So here's the materials you need right here. So we got this board to cut on. Here's the glue that we're using. So 2310 Resilient. You can buy that at Home Depot. 3 X-Acto knives. There's one of me, but unless you're a unicorn, you need 3 knives because they're gonna disappear on you. Also, when you are scribing your lines for the black rubber, use black markers. I thought white would have been great because I could see it. You can see black fine. Change your lighting if you need to, but the white is hard to scrape up, so you'll be upset about that. Don't make the same mistake I did. Last thing you need, crappy roller, one that at least rolls for you, and because you're gonna throw this sucker away. That's for the glue. So you're gonna wanna roll that glue onto all the surfaces of your, the rubber, and also underneath the turf. So what we'll end up doing is about 6 inches away from the edge of the turf we'll be gluing. We'll glue that down last. It's the last part. So right now we're gonna put this on speed up motion, and you're gonna see how we're gonna tie the rest of this great flooring in, so we can get the squat rack set up and just make it look awesome. Also, that wall, you're probably like, what the hell is that? That's an impact wall, so all these balls right here, this wall is designed to withstand quite a bit of force, so we're just gonna throw balls at it, and might as well make it look pretty cool. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna put it on time lapse, and we'll go from there. Now, holy cow, does that look sweet or what? There will be a few seams like this right down here that we'll need to put some weights on top, kind of like I have in that back corner over there. But look how nice that ties in. Like you cannot tell that there is like a little mini ramp leading right up to that turf, but that ties in so nice. You don't see any of the white. And that's just so awesome. So there will be some seams where you had cut, kind of like this right here, where you can see a little bit of space. And a nice trick is to use painter's tape. Go throw that on to keep that seam together, and then throw weights on, both portions of the turf and the rubber to keep that down. That'll dry pretty quick for you, definitely overnight. And there you go. So I hope you guys can have a good time. Again, like that just some weights down there, that'll get glued down and be just fine. Have a good time doing this. Don't be too frustrated. The only thing I didn't mention that I did utilize while doing this process is if you are doing curves, go ahead and take a marker and scribe on the actual surface. So we have concrete here. Scribe on the surface so you know where to roll the glue down. That'll just save you from stepping on glue or having glue in areas where you don't want to glue just quite yet. So other than that, have a great time with this. It's gonna be worth it. Use that glue, cut those undulations that you need, those curvatures, and have a great time. Thank you for watching.